It's of course the dream of every lucid dreamer, no pun intended, to become an omni-lucid, which is being lucid in every dream, every single night. Every single dream you're in, you know you are dreaming and can do anything. That's obviously that's extremely enticing for anyone, right? I remember when I was looking at lots of lucid dreaming discords, and myself, I did this as well. A lot of lucid dreaming noobs do this. They're like, I'm gonna become omni-lucid, even though they've had like 2 lucid dreams in their whole life. I'm gonna become omni-lucid, and then they quit after like 2 fucking weeks because it's way too difficult. But I understand it because that's extremely enticing. Can you imagine being able to do anything you fucking want any night, every night? Because like you can fuck someone for 6 lucid dreams straight, bro. You can do anything you want. Because I remember when I was a teenager and like try-harding lucid dreaming like so bad, I was waking up several times in the night doing lucid dreaming techniques and those awakenings, spending like 1 hour on fucking dream journaling. Everything I was thinking about was about lucid dreaming, right? And a lot of the times I had like 3, 4 lucid dreams in a night. That shit was crazy. It was like I was playing in a sandbox game, bro. The whole night I was just in a sandbox game. I did anything I want. It was like, it felt like literal heaven. And omni-lucidity, being lucid in every dream, is like more than that. You are not getting like 2 lucid dreams a night. You're getting like, you can get like 6 lucid dreams a night or some shit. Because everyone, whether you remember them or not, is having a fuck ton of dreams every single night. And I actually have kind of talked about the whole omni-lucidity thing before, but I never went into details on the techniques. I will talk to you about the techniques now. There's not too many, and there's not a lot of omni-lucids because it really does require a shit ton of effort generally and perseverance. And I know a lot of the people who claim to be omni-lucid, a lot of them are like natural as well. Some of them didn't even know what fucking lucid dreaming was. They're just naturally lucid in every dream. There are also some people who like believe omni-lucidity is not real and it's not possible to be lucid in every dream, right? I don't really think that. I definitely do think it's real, just from my experience with getting like the shit ton of lucid dreams every night. And I have seen some people use the omni-lucidity techniques, and several people have said they become like omni-lucid from them, right? So one of the main techniques, a lot of them are like constant reality checks. So, you know, when you're trying to lucid dream, you may do reality checks in the day, like counting your fingers, I don't know, 10 times throughout the day or something, or holding your nose and seeing if you can breathe. And then when you do that, that kind of habit will pass over to your dreams. You'll do it in a dream and then become lucid. So a lot of the omni-lucidity techniques, I say a lot, there's like 3 of them or some shit, there's hardly any. A lot of them are like a constant reality check. So instead of doing reality checks like 10 times throughout the day, you're doing a constant one, which is why it's really difficult. But that's also why it will make you omni-lucid if you can get it down. Because obviously, what is a lucid dream? That shit's just like getting enough awareness in a dream to wake up in the dream and realize you're in a dream, and then you become lucid. So obviously, if you're doing a constant reality check, you're going to be aware 100% of the day, and that shit will carry over to your dreams and make you lucid. So enough fucking yapping, I'm sorry. But the first one is the gravity reality check. That's probably like the most kind of well-known thing in the lucid dreaming community for getting omni-lucid. Gravity reality check. This is basically paying attention to your body's gravity like all day. I saw someone on dreamviews.com, that lucid dreaming forum, someone called Azul. He started doing the lucid fucking gravity reality check, and he got to daily lucid dreams. I don't know if he ever said he got to omni-lucidity, but he got daily lucid dreams, which is pretty good, which is obviously, it's on the way there to omni-lucidity. And he said he tried for months and months to pay attention to his gravity. So he was kind of just being really aware, trying to be aware all day of the gravity of his body, which is really difficult. And he said he only got a few lucid dreams from this, from fucking months of try-harding. But then he said, after he kind of just started paying attention to his hands, like the gravity in your hands. So I guess maybe if I'm like moving my mouse around or you're doing that, you would be like paying extreme amounts of awareness to like the gravity your hand is feeling, because a lot of people, they said they figured out that their gravity was different in dreams. So by obviously paying attention to gravity in real life, if it's abnormal in dreams, it would make you lucid. That's another thing I should probably say as well. Firstly, it kind of links in with what I said. Some people think omnilucids are lying and exaggerating. I will say a lot of them are annoying motherfuckers, but like a lot of the techniques, a lot of people said it made them omnilucid as well. The other thing is that gravity, for example, gravity being weird in your dreams, which is why they made the gravity reality check, won't be the same for everyone. So for some people, this may not do anything because their gravity may be completely normal in dreams. There's of course no like universal dream laws or some shit, but that's the first one, the gravity reality check. That Azul guy said once he started just paying attention to his hands and the gravity after months of tryharding that, he managed to get to daily lucidity. And from there, obviously, it'd be really easy to, I mean, not easy at all, actually, not easy, but it would be easier to get to the omni lucidity thing, right? There was also another technique I saw someone mentioned, which was Shadow Tech's blinking omni-lucid technique. And I couldn't find the original technique for this. I just saw someone on DreamViews, the forum, talking about how they were trying Shadow Tech's blinking technique, which was paying attention to your blinking the whole day. And this person actually was like counting the number of blinks they did. And you know, the funniest thing is they were like, oh, I'm gonna try to become omni-lucid from counting my blinks because this guy named Shadow Tech came up with this technique. They quit that shit within 2 days, bro. I literally saw on the forum 2 days after posting, they were like, nah, I give up. And I think someone was even like low-key making fun of them without trying to like be rude or some shit. But that's the kind of shit that's going down when you try to become omni-lucid, bro. You're gonna be try-harding like some awareness technique constantly and just fail after 2 days. That shit's gonna drain you so bad. That's why if you want to become omni-lucid, firstly you should like gradually move up to that shit. Do not jump into like the constant reality check. Also, keep in mind, I'm not even omni-lucid. I just did research on the technique, so don't quote me on anything. But this is kind of sidetracked, so I'm gonna get sidetracked. This is why I don't normally recommend all-day awareness as a lucid dreaming technique. I don't know if you know that all-day awareness is basically being aware all day, like a fucking monk or some shit. And people recommend that as a technique, but from like everyone I've seen try that, it seems really difficult because it mentally drains the fuck out of them after like 2 days of trying to be aware the whole day. So that's why these like omni-lucid techniques are really fucking difficult, right? But the blinking one is interesting because I saw someone else try that. I think once again they gave up. But the person who originally made that, a guy named Shadow Tech, I couldn't find any information on him or any info on like the original post, so I don't know who the fuck that is. When I searched up Shadow Tech, I found his name mentioned in the dream journals of a guy called Baron Samedi. I'm sorry, this is so fucking off topic. I don't know if you know that guy Baron Samedi. I talked about him before. He was the guy who claimed to have like shared dreams and shit. And the Shadow Tech guy was like mentioned in his dream journal. So I don't know who the fuck that Shadow Tech guy is, but apparently he came up with some blinking reality check. The blinking thing, which I guess the technique claims if you focus 100% awareness on your blinking, that will eventually pass over to your dreams and make you lucid. Because some people say you don't have to blink in dreams, or your blinking is weird in dreams. That shit's kind of retarded. Like that shit's retarded. For me in a lucid dream, I can blink normally. Everything that's normal. So once again, as I mentioned, everyone's different. So I don't know about that. Now, there is another one I saw mentioned called Skipper's Mild. Now, most people who lucid dream know what mild is, mnemonic induced lucid dream. It's basically just a technique that's setting intention to have a lucid dream, remembering to realize you're dreaming the next time you're dreaming. I made so many fucking tutorials on that. But this guy, who made a tutorial, Skipper's Mild, claimed mild made him omni-lucid. Now, this is interesting because mild is not a constant reality check. Mild, you can just do 10 minutes before bed. Or in my case, like I said, I was doing that shit in awakenings when I woke up in the night. However, this skipper's mile tutorial that the person who made it claimed to have made them omni-lucid was just a whole lot of fucking yap, bro. Like, it was just a whole lot of yapping. It was basically just like a simple version of the original mile technique. So that technique in itself, I don't want to be rude, but that doesn't seem that helpful. I don't know. But in saying that, I guess if you improved your prospective memory, which is your ability to remember to do things in the future, like I'll remember to realize I'm dreaming, or I'll go to the store at a certain time tomorrow. That's your prospective memory and play. I guess if you improve that, you could, in theory, become omni-lucid, right? If you kind of were able to set the intention to become lucid every dream. Because like I said, I was able to have like 3-4 fucking lucid dreams every single, not every single night. Most nights I had like 1-2 lucid dreams, but I used to be able to get like 3-4 some nights just from mild in like awake back to bed, which is an awakening, right? So maybe that's a potential thing. The other technique I was thinking that could make you omni-lucid, which I've not really seen many people talk about, but this could be, if you got it down, an easier way than all this other shit to get omni-lucid, is DEILD, just dream exit initiated lucid dream, right? Which is basically waking up from a dream, staying completely still. Oh fuck, I made some tutorials on this. Staying completely still when you wake up from a dream, and then your body thinks you're still asleep, and then you kind of fall back asleep into the dream very quickly, and maybe notice or experience some like hypnagogic hallucinations while you do that. Now, the reason why I think DEILD could make you omni-lucid is because it's possible to train yourself to be aware of every dream awakening, even when it's not a lucid dream. Most people who try DEILD, who wake up from a dream, stay still, keep their eyes closed, and then re-enter back into a lucid dream, most of the people doing that are re-entering lucid dreams, because obviously when you have a lucid dream, you're really you're aware of when the dream's ending, so you can be like, oh, I'm about to wake up, then you can stay still and really easily DEILD. However, I have done this a few times, not many, because it is more difficult. You can train yourself to be aware after normal dreams. Hear me out. You can set intention. This was mentioned in all the original DEILD techniques. You can set intention to be aware of when your dreams are ending, even if they're not lucid dreams. So before bed, for example, you can be like, I will be aware of when my dream's ending. I will be aware of when my dream's ending. And so for a lot of people who really persevere and try hard this, they can end up having DEILD lucid dreams stemming from normal dreams. So they wake up from a normal dream, stay still. They may have like one DEILD a night or whatever. They can get to that level, one lucid dream a night from DEILD. But the thing is, which is why I always say dream recall, like your ability to remember dreams. I'm yapping so fucking much. Your ability to remember dreams is like 70% of lucid dreaming, right? And I say this because when you try hard dream recall, let me give you an example. When I was try-harding dream recall, and I was spending 1 hour on dream journaling a day. Obviously, that's not realistic for a lot of people. I'm just saying, in theory, if you could do this, spend 1 hour on dream journaling a fucking day. You're writing down so many dreams. You're remembering like 6-7 fucking dreams a night or some shit. When you get to that level and you're dream journaling so much, your dream recall is so good, you will actually notice the awakenings from your dreams. Because when you get to that level of dream recall, you realize the natural awakenings you're having at the end of each rapid eye movement sleep cycle. Because I don't know if you know this, but everyone is waking up several times throughout the night. They're waking up from their REM cycles after each dream. These awakenings are just so minor and so small, you don't even realize them, right? But you start to become aware of these awakenings when you try hard dream journaling, because you become so aware of your dreams and more present within them that you will wake up and you will realize that you've just woken up from a dream. So you may find yourself having natural awakenings throughout the night. Now, if you then set intention to stay still after each of these awakenings and DEILD, my theory is that if you get so good at this, it will become so natural. And if you also try hard your dream journaling and be aware of every fucking awakening, then you will be, in theory, become omnilucid. Like, after you do that shit, right? I don't know if that makes sense, but if you're able to become aware of each dream ending, then DEILD, and get so good at it, it just becomes second nature. You could become omnilucid. Now, all this shit, of course, is very, very complex, but that may be an easier way than the gravity reality check. Because all I'm saying is, if you want to become omnilucid and you're really tryharding that, you're gonna get omnilucid, right? I think that's because a lot of people who became omnilucid that had to practice it have like, they really want to escape reality, or maybe they have mental issues where they just want to fucking escape reality so bad. So for them, it's obviously like, to them it's really difficult, but not as difficult as it would be for most people, because that's like all they have left. And I'm not saying that's good, but I'm saying that was kind of the mind state I was in as a teenager. I was like going through some shit and I was pretty depressed, so I wanted to escape reality, and that made me rapidly like increase my lucid dreaming level by so much more compared to most people, right? Because I just got so fucking obsessed with it, like autistically obsessed with that shit. So if you can do that, omnilucidity will be much easier for you. But like, that shit's difficult. I never got to that level, but oh my, I was about to say the N-word. I'm not gonna say that. I am black though, so I can say it. But that shit would be like heaven every night. Okay, I'm gonna start yapping now. Goodbye. Farewell. Just like the video, don't join the Discord ever. Do not join that. Goodbye.